All right, folks, let's call this what it is. January 20, 2025 will go down in history as Liberation Day in America. This is the day when common sense, unapologetic patriotism, and sheer strength marched right back into the White House where they belong. And Donald J. Trump's return to the presidency isn't just a political comeback. It's a course correction of biblical proportions. And this moment will be analyzed and discussed and celebrated for generations. This was not your run-of-the-mill inauguration. This was a bold, resounding rejection of the disastrous, deceitful, and frankly treasonous Biden administration. And Trump, he did not disappoint. His speech was a masterclass in straight talk. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He laid it all out. The failures of the last 4 years, the betrayals that Americans have endured. The open border fiasco, a betrayal of the American people. Crushing inflation, a betrayal of the working class. The catastrophic Afghanistan withdrawal, a betrayal of their brave military. And the government's abuse of power, a betrayal of the Constitution itself. America's had enough, and Trump made sure everyone knew it. He stood before a sea of patriots in Washington, D.C., and made it clear, this is the day America starts taking back its destiny. The crowd roared. Their cheers echoed like a victorious army reclaiming lost ground. And Trump wasted no time. The ink on his oath of office was barely dry when he started rolling back the damage. First up, the border. No more lawlessness, no more catch and release, no more excuses. He declared a national emergency, bringing back policies that actually work. Sending troops to the southern border, reinstating the Remain in Mexico policy. And finally, taking the fight to the cartels by officially designating them as foreign terrorist organizations. But he didn't stop there. Trump went straight for the economy, tackling the Biden administration's failures head on. Families struggling to afford groceries and heat their homes. He promised them relief. He vowed to bring inflation down with an iron will, showing the stark contrast between his leadership and the incompetence we've seen over the past 4 years. And then in true Trump fashion, he took on the radical climate agenda with unapologetic gusto. He scrapped the Green New Deal stranglehold on the economy and declared America open for business once again. No more wind turbines ruining landscapes. No more red tape choking energy production. America has the resources, and Trump made it clear those resources will be used. No more reckless EV mandates. No more energy dependence. It's full speed ahead. He also took a firm stand on free speech, signaling that big tech's days of censorship and backroom deals with government are over. The message was simple. Free speech will be protected, and conservative voices will no longer be silenced. And then in a move that sent the woke mob into meltdown mode, he reasserted a truth grounded in biology and common sense. He said it out loud, what we've been waiting to hear.
Be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
There are only two genders, male and female. And that will be the official policy of the U.S. government going forward. Basic science, folks. And it's about time someone in power had the guts to say it. Trump's focus on national security and law and order were just as sharp. He promised to restore military readiness by eliminating the radical social experiments that have plagued the armed forces under Biden. No more woke nonsense, just a strong, focused military ready to defend the nation with lethal force. And in a move that stunned the world, he announced his plan to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. His speech struck a biblical tone, an unmistakable call to rescue America from the shackles of moral decay that have been inflicted upon it. He promised a new era of prosperity and strength. Now here's where it hits home for us up north. As I watched this historic day unfold, I couldn't help but pray that Trump's words and actions will reverberate here in Canada. We're facing our own battles. The Liberals' radical agenda, their obsession with crushing free speech, their economic incompetence, economic illiteracy. If there's ever been a time for a Canadian awakening, it's now. The disastrous failures of the Democrats are mirrored in the disastrous failures of our Liberal government. And why wouldn't they be? The radical progressive globalists who seized control of the levers of power in Washington are cut from the same cloth as the pernicious parasites wielding power in Ottawa. From reckless immigration policies to crippling carbon taxes and a relentless war on free speech, Trudeau's Liberals have been working off the same playbook as their counterparts in the U.S. Imagine if we had a leader with the guts to stand up to these globalists, to put our country and our citizens first, to end the insanity of open borders and the radical climate agenda that's crippling our energy sector. Imagine if we had someone willing to defend our values and our traditions and our future with the same unapologetic strength Trump is bringing back to the United States. So as America ushers in what Trump calls a golden age, a new golden age, I pray we follow suit. Canada needs its own Liberation Day, a day when we reject the socialist policies that have drained our economy and eroded our freedoms. A day when we stand up and say, enough. Because, folks, the winds of change are blowing. And if Trump can do it in America, we can do it here in Canada. Let this be our rallying cry. Let's take our country back. Hey, this is Richard Syrett. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.